Hello, amazing, beautiful people out there. This is Megan here with Core3 Harmony and Wellness Services. I appreciate your time and your attention. I will not hold you long today. Before I dive in, I just wanted to have a few announcements and then we'll go right to the topic of the day. I am Megan, a creator and founder of Core3 Harmony and Wellness Services. Here we provide services in three areas. That's music therapy, counseling, and coaching. We provide services remotely and in person here at our office location if you happen to be nearby us here. And I'm looking forward to, in the future, providing more amazing services for our mental health and well-being. And I will share more about that as I get closer in development of things in regards to that. First and foremost, to those of you who are subscribers, you are greatly appreciated. I thank you so much. And I appreciate your patience managing all of my shenanigans and sometimes techie challenges. Today is an awesome topic, and it's one that I believe you will find definitely informative and uplifting. I also wanted to share and let you know that I'm having to make some adjustments with my schedule as summer is really turning out now, with school being out and things just happening for me on a personal end. So I may be making adjustments to the times. I'm going to try to hold firm and keep Tuesdays as the time of going live. Just the timing might look a little bit different, but I will do my best to keep it close to noon or around noonish as much as possible. So if you are not a subscriber, I would encourage you to do so. I really would appreciate it. And I'd also appreciate your feedback. Now, I know in the comment section below, you're not able to make comments there, but you do have information where there's my contact information down there, so you can reach out and let me know, or topics that you'd like to see talked about or discussed that we haven't, or especially specifically pertaining to the BIPOC community, people of color community, please let me know. Or if you liked more information about music therapy, I've been thinking about how to try to do that here. It's kind of hard to talk about music therapy without actually talking about music or playing music or listening to music. And that's a big no-no with copyright laws. So I'm trying to navigate that safely and securely. So I'll be figuring that out for future live streams. Okay, let me get everything ready on my end so that I'm ready to share my screen with you on the topic today. Am I talking to you? Is this message for you today? We are diving in and learning specifically about figuring things out in life. And excuse me, my voice is a little groggy. That happens sometimes as therapists. We have a tendency, we can use our voices a lot, and not even just, singing, which can be a part of the music therapy aspect, but even speaking and speaking intently. Words are very precious, so I try not to use too many of them and use them wisely. So, okay, so I have my screen up here. Today's topic, yes, what am I doing with my life? Have you asked yourself that? Has anyone ever asked you that? You ponder upon this quite a bit. If so, we're going to dive into some tips that may be beneficial and helpful to you. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my screen ready to share. All right, here we are. So, do you ever feel like you're just going through the motions, right? Wondering what direction your life is headed in? Um, if so, please know that you are not alone. Just briefly give me a second here. I'm going to turn my overhead light on. Just because I know lighting is important. Okay. That way when I review this, I won't think, why is it not as well lit as it could be? Okay, apologize. Luckily, there are things that we can do, and ways in which these tips today will help guide you to figuring it out, specifically on what you're doing with your life, and how to find your way through if you feel like you're in this fog right now. So here are a few tips that can help get you started. Okay, so number one is consider your passions. Um, think about what you're passionate about, what motivates and inspires you. Our passions, they can change over time. So it's important to reassess what you want out of life frequently. It's good to go here and allow yourself just some time to check in with where you are with certain projects or in certain avenues or certain chapters, I like to say, in your life. Understanding what you're passionate about will help you to figure out where to go next. So sometimes I'll encourage folks I'm working with, I'll have them write down their passions and explore how they can incorporate them into their life, right? The next tip is that try new things, and discover what you love. This can be a scary area, but remember that we're not growing unless we are operating in things that may be outside of our comfort zone. Um, Attend an event or take a class or volunteer. These are ways that you can get your feet wet, so to speak, to being able to discover new things or potentially new passions that you are interested in. Address your fears. Fear can be one of our most powerful emotions, and it can stop us from going after what we want. If fear is holding you back, figure out where it's coming from and work through it to stop it from controlling your life. Remember that facing your fears helps us to grow. Identify your fear. Number one, write down your fears and what you think is holding you back. Number two, you can face your fear. Start small with this, okay? Take small steps to work through your fear. I'm trying to think of examples to give this for you. Like, for example, me here with this channel. I don't have a ton of equipment like other channels do. I'm not necessarily as techie savvy as some folks are with all of these things. I don't have things popping out and reminding you to do stuff or to sign up here and there. I'm going with what I have and what I know I can do, but I'm not letting that hold me back. I would like to get better at these things, and that will come with time and, of course, with money. But these things will come. I'm excited about it. I have an interest in it. So if the opportunity arises, I'm not going to hold back from that. Okay, so that's just a personal example. Get some support. Talk with your friends or your family or a professional who can support you as you face your fears. Assess your current goals. If you have any goals that you're working on, setting goals will give you a sense of purpose and direction. Make sure that your goals are specific, measurable, and achievable. And do realize that even small goals can help you make progress and build momentum. One specific kind of goal that many people are familiar with is what's called the SMART goal, right? And it's it's the breakdown of a little bit of what I've shared already is that it's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's relevant or relatable. Sometimes the R gets switched up a little bit, and it's time bound or time specific. And if you have nowhere to start with how to go about writing out your goal, this is a great way to do it, is using the SMART goal technique. Okay. All right. This is huge. I remind myself of this one quite a bit. Don't need to be perfect and have it all figured out. Okay. Remember that nobody has their life completely figured out. It's okay to have doubts and uncertainties. Going with the flow can present many opportunities you would otherwise miss. Give yourself permission to explore and try new things. And this going with the flow has been key. It's not always been easy, but it's been key for me to step into with a variety of changes I've seen going on for me personally and professionally. So I'm feeling that this will be a great topic to dive into, is going with the flow and how to really do that, because it's a lot easier than said, a lot easier said than done. But here, here we have a quote, Martin Luther King Jr. He said that you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step, right? So I have these ideas in mind. I see them being awesome. I'm not at awesome yet, right? I don't see the whole complete layout um, of the outcome. I might have this plan, this trajectory, but I don't know really what the outcome is going to be like until it's happening. So don't be afraid or don't get scared off um, if you don't have it all figured out. Okay. All right. Surround yourself with positivity. It's important to surround yourself with positivity and support as you navigate life's uncertainties. Seek out people who uplift and inspire you. Avoid negativity and toxic relationships. This is really important. If it's not benefiting you, if it's not helping to uplift you and serve you and helping you to improve, what is your basis for doing a thing or being around the people that you are around? Um, it can be harsh, especially when it comes to people, because then we need to set some boundaries and limitations with how our relationships look with those people. But that's a whole other topic on its own. But clear and concise is just identifying what is holding you back or holding you down and what is lifting you up. Okay. Take breaks as you need it. We need to recharge and we need to have a place to refuel. So it's important to pull back from the productivity and take breaks. It's also really good to connect with others, especially around positive, supportive, uplifting individuals in our lives. And we definitely need to practice our self care. It's really important to take care of us and to make sure that you're mentally, physically, and emotionally in a sound, balanced place. And then if you are not, you need to find ways in which you can do that, because it's going to help you to move forward better. It's going to help clear out that brain fog that you may sense you're in, because so many things are out of sorts with you. Okay. Embrace challenges as learning opportunities. Challenges are a natural part of life, but they also provide us with opportunities to learn and grow. So don't be afraid to take on a challenge, whether it's learning a new skill or taking on a new project or moving to a new city. Facing your fears and embracing change can lead to personal growth and fulfillment. Try something new. Like I had shared earlier, take a class, take up a workshop, take up a new skill, take some risks. Don't be afraid to take calculated risks in pursuit of your goals. It's one thing to just take a risk, but it's another thing to take calculated risks. And in that, I mean, you have weighed out the pros and cons of that risk prior to jumping into it. Learn from our failure. Instead of seeing failure as a setback, uh, it is a learning opportunity, and it helps us to adjust our approach. We do not know what does not work unless it fails or doesn't work. And those particular parts of us learning and growing, it helps us to identify we need to try this a different way. Okay. So failure is another avenue for me to learn what does not work. Okay. Please, 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 you must be patient with yourself. This can be a challenge, I know. Figuring out what you want in life can take time and effort. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Remember that every step you take brings you closer to where you want to be. So we have to take our time, we have to trust the process, we have to step into flow. And those are very key, important ingredients to us achieving what we want to achieve. Find inspiration in others. There's so many amazing people to seek out, to look up to view that can provide us inspiration and motivation. There are books, there are documentaries, there's podcasts, there's YouTube channels. There's never before in a time have we had so many to look up to or to learn from that we don't even necessarily have to meet, or even they don't even need to know us, right? Unless we want them to. So here's the thing. Reach out to those that are doing it well and learn from them, okay? Find our role models, find our mentors. They're out there. You can get to know this person one-on-one on a personal basis, or it can be at a complete distance. How many times have we heard very successful people mention the people that they looked to when they were just starting in whatever the role that they're in now, right? Learn from their experience. Read and watch. There's so many amazing interviews. There's different things that we can go back to and view. It's amazing the amount of information we have at our access now. Use their success as a motivation. Let it motivate you. Let it not get you jealous and down. Let it motivate you. Let it spur you on. So with this, I want to say I'm so appreciative and so thankful for you being here with me today. I hope some of the information shared here was informative, uplifting, and inspiring. Please do know if you need any assistance and you are in that place where you're like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, or my life has taken a turn that I had never even thought it would go there, please reach out and let me see if I have the right kind of support for you to help you deal with this challenging time in your life. The links below can help you find out how to contact me, and we provide services both in person if you're near our office location, as well as remotely. So with that, I don't like to leave you very long. I thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate you. I am so grateful to you. Please tune in next week where we will go into more topics that are difficult situations we find ourselves in. And I hope that you are able to join me live then. Until then, please remember these 3 things: that you matter, you are worthy, and you are loved. Thank you so very much. And I look forward to going live with you again next Tuesday. Thank you.